back here in the shed. Today, we've got a bunch of little jobs we're just trying to tick off the list. Yeah. One of the things that we're doing is lowering the back. We had a bit of a chat about this tab last week and how we're cutting that off and re-drilling it so we can move the shock mount up. But one of the byproducts of that is that lower link is actually starting to just touch on the chassis here. So what we're going to do, you can see we've made a few lines. We're going to cut a little bit of this out so that this arm can actually come up and sink just into this side a little bit, just to give us a tiny bit more bump.
Tiny bit.
The things we do for an inch. Sorry, this isn't the most PC family show, but I'm trying. Robin's been doing that. I've just been ticking away on door number 2. We always like whenever we're doing 2 of something, we like to build the first one first. Test fit it, make sure that everything fits the way it should, because there's nothing worse than having to change 2 of something. But yeah, you can sort of see the way we do things, you know, it's just, a bit of tube tacked on, some filler panels to cover where the door handle used to be. Got another panel to go in here that we'll be cutting in a second. So we'll just keep ticking along on that. Just while I'm thinking about it too, we finished off the other door, just some of the little detail pieces that are a bit of mucking around. So on this one here, we have the tube that comes down and we just cap the top of that with just a little bit of round tube. Look, it's not the prettiest, but it's also a rock crawler that's probably going to get smashed in.
Yeah, I know.
The first time we take it off road. Yeah.
Well, probably not past April anyway.
Yeah, these are a consumable. So as you can see, this end here, same thing. We've just kind of capped that and just sort of finished it in.
The new door handle or opener will be in here, so it'll just be a tab that comes out of here somewhat, so you can open it from inside or outside.
Yep. Yep. We're getting these professionally painted, so we'll actually get them to just do a skim coat, just to make any of these low spots from the welds disappear. And then the other thing that we're going to do.
Yeah, so basically in here, we're going to put 2 plates in each side here. On the front half, the fire extinguisher will mount on top of it. On the back half will be a plate and maybe a cup holder, if I can do it.
Yeah, we'll put a cup holder in.
Basically, there'll be a hole in the middle, and then we'll be able to tuck the snatch straps and tree trunk protectors in each side of it.
I liked that idea you had about putting a little bit of round bar across the top instead of pinch weld,
yeah,
just so there's no rubber. Pinch weld always comes off and just ends up never looking right. I don't know, I'm not a huge fan, so. But we'll get the other door done and then we'll sort out where the fire extinguisher and stuff's going to go.
Maybe back here, actually.
Oh yeah, so when we open the door, it's as far out of the car as possible. Yeah, I like that. Sweet. So as you can see, it's not the fastest progress, but we're definitely getting there. Every day we're in here is another day closer to having everything done. So real keen to see what these look like once they're actually painted. It's been a while since the car was all one colour. Ben loves it, but every time we go to Super Cheap and get a can of the same colour paint, it's a slightly different grade. So my nickname for the Badger is actually 50 Shades of Grey, which Ben loves. Just hit your head with it. Yeah. Let's jack it up and have a look.
Yeah. See the tape measure?
Has anyone else got the issue in the shed where you put something down, 3 seconds later, it's gone? Like, gone. I reckon we probably spend 3/4 of our day looking for the thing that we just had, and the other quarter is actually building stuff. Let me know if you have the same problem. I'd love to know that it's not just us.
Yeah.
It'd make me feel a lot better. To the point where I think we've actually got about 16 tape measures around the shed, in the theory that we should always be able to find one.
Found it.
Oh, bullshit. What do you got? No way.
Breakfast runs. It's not the hope.
Have another drink, Ben. I just wanted to touch on something. So we've been mucking around a little bit today, and it's something that we've been tossing around for a while, but we wanted to lower the back, which definitely meant tweaking a few things to make clearance. I'll start around this side, but from where the chassis ends, where we cut it off, we added a bit of tube and then added this giant box gusset in here, which has always been fine and strong and never an issue. But now that we've lowered it, this arm comes up at full flex and actually hits on the bar. So to fix said problem, what did we do?
We cut holes in it 19 times. And now...
And on the 18th time, we decided that's what we're going to stick with.
Yeah, so now we went back and cut it right out properly.
Yeah.
Sometimes you try and make a little bit of a modification, but a big modification is actually necessary.
Yeah.
You waste time doing something, so...
So Ben nearly lost his teeth trying to cut this out from the backside, and then we ended up taking the whole lot out anyway.
Yeah.
So as you can see, this used to go from here all the way up, which is right through the middle of the arm. So now we're coming up, clearancing this way, which means that we've got more bump. And from here to the new tab is 680, which is exactly the closed length of our 16-inch Pro Fender coilover, which means that this can actually come up. What is it?
It's
nearly,
almost 2 inches.
Yeah, nearly 2 inches, which means that we've got 2 inches more flex before the cab starts to move. Yeah, which for tough truck is going to be huge, because the more we can get this to flex before the cab moves means the bigger the thing we can drive over before we tip. So,
and we're about maybe an inch off this bar, touching with the tyre now, the 42, so
yeah,
can't go much further anyway without literally cutting the back off it. So,
yeah. So we've just pushed everything to the absolute maximum that we can. So we're maxed out here. We're just about maxed out with the bars touching. At full bump, these come right up to here. And we've even moved the cooler so that the arms at full bump actually come right up through there. So we're pretty much out of room to do anything else.
Without starting again, where we are.
So yeah, that was today's job. We've got the coilovers over at Superior at the moment. We're getting some new hats put on there. So we'll get them back in a week's time and bolt them in and cycle everything just to double check. But pretty confident that we've got this one right. That's happy with today's progress. We've just got to sort of plate this up and copy it on the other side, but otherwise